All right, everyone, we got midfielder Artur here. Artur, just kick it off. How was the squad feeling after advancing to the Western Conference final here against LAFC this weekend?
Everybody feels good. Everybody's it's happy and proud, so that's how it should feel. But also, I get the feeling that we still have things to do. So we're excited for next game.
Just knowing how well you guys performed against them in the regular season, does that matter at all to you now, or do you kind of have to throw that out the window when you're preparing for a playoff game?
For me personally, I feel that it doesn't matter because playoff game is completely different. Players take it more personally and give always a little bit more. So I think the game is going to be completely different. They're going to have a different intensity, and we should do the same.
We've talked about your offense a lot this season, but your guys' defense has been really good. But knowing how LAFC likes to attack and transition, just what kind of challenge is that going to be for you guys to defend?
We know it's going to be tough. They have players in very good form right now and having a good season. So I think we need to focus on that and have the right mentality and know that it can be difficult to defend, but also we got to focus on also how we can hurt them. But I believe that we can do the job.
Artur, can you gauge the excitement level with these guys? I mean, it's kind of you've had a really good season and just go up and up as you go through the playoffs. Is it that much more excitement when you just preparing every day? And it can be very boring, I know, the tedium of every day, but do you feel it when you work out?
Oh yeah, of course. Every time that we come in the building, we feel like the energy renew a little bit because we know that we're fighting for another trophy and to have another big achievement. So we feel that the season it's been very long and tiring, but it feels good to be in this position right now, knowing that almost the whole, almost every team, it's on vacations right now, and we're still playing, fighting to be champions. So it feels good. I think everybody's tired, but with energy to keep pushing because it's very important for us.
This team as a whole hasn't been here in a long time, but you won a championship. Other guys have won titles. How much does that help, that winning attitude that you bring as veterans to this team?
It's important, because sometimes you don't feel like the little details that can make a difference, and just sometimes the right mentality can change a lot of things. So we always try to keep that right mentality and being good teammates that are competitive and are always pushing to get the best of each other. So I think that's it's been a big part of our year this season, and we're gonna keep trying to get that even better.
What do you remember about your first ever MLS playoffs with Columbus? Like, what was that like for you?
It was amazing. It was amazing feeling. Sometimes it doesn't feel real, but when things are going so well and then you keep winning and winning. But when you think back, you remember all the hard work you've done, and it's nothing by luck. So when you think back, you see that's why, because we worked hard, because we had the right mentality, we did the right things to get better, and then you feel even prouder of being on that position.
Knowing that, was there a point this season early on where you said, okay, I think this team has kind of those same ingredients as some of my previous playoff teams?
Oh yeah, because the beginning wasn't easy. It was a lot of new players, new coaching staff, and we lost the first 2 games away, and it feels like, here we go again. But from the outside, in the inside, everybody was put the head down and kept working, listening, trying to improve. And that's I think that's how championship teams are made of. Nothing trying to put blame on other players or trying to look for problems, but look for ways to solve and get better. That's how I feel in this team.
Artur, you talk about all the new players, also new manager. I mean, Ben coming in. Can you speak to why it's worked so well with him, and maybe not necessarily on the pitch, but managing these new personalities. He raves about, this makeup of his team.
Yeah, because I think when you come in with respect and with the mentality of working hard and trying to get better, I think things start to get together easy and naturally. So I think that's how I feel. I think the coach staff came in here and try to learn each player and how each player works and how their mind works, because it's very important. And also giving the responsibility of some players that have leadership and trying to get the team together, because the relationship of respect, it counts a lot. So to me, the biggest thing was the respect of everybody had for each other, and understand your role on the team, and but always trying to have more and to achieve more. And I think that was very important for the coach staff to bring it, and for the players to get it for ourselves.
How does the role that you've had with this team this year compare to the role that you had in previous years?
I think it's really similar. I always try to work hard and win. Sometimes I talk a little bit too much on the field, but also I try to respect my teammates, and at least I try to show by example. So I think I respect, and then I want the respect back. So at first I try to give, and then keep pushing and get better with my teammates. And I think it's been very similar, but of course with the years pass, you start to learn a little bit more and gain more experience. And I think this year it's been a little bit more of that mentality of I learned more, so I know a little bit more now, but I still learn of each teammate that younger than me. I still try to learn from everybody. So I think it's a process of being humble and but also trying to be a leader.
You talked about LAFC. Does Franco give you any more insight into that team, because he was with them, and what's going to take on that field in a playoff situation?
Yeah, we talked about it before, that they are a good team and competitive, and the playoff, when the playoff arrives, they become a even different team. So we understand that, and he also touched on that point, but it's something that we all understand and we should be very familiar with.
Artur, cuando empezó el año y que dijeron este equipo tiene que cambiar la cultura por una cultura ganadora, ¿te imaginaste llegar tan lejos cuando tu idea de llegar al Dynamo era justamente traer esa cultura ganadora?
Sí, yo creo que sí. Yo imaginaba hacer una buena temporada, pero nunca imagina como ser campeón, estar peleando por tantos trofeos, ¿no? Mi manera de pensar es siempre intentar ser el mejor a cada partido, y así en mi cabeza las cosas van a salir bien. Entonces yo creo que ese pensamiento de todo el equipo todo el año nos trajo hasta acá. Entonces contento de estar en ese momento, y espero que nosotros podamos seguir más lejos.
Hablas ahora de la mentalidad que cambia en el LAFC, que lo pasa en todos los equipos cuando estás en playoffs. Al LAFC se le dominó en la temporada regular, pero fueron partidos muy cercanos aquí y allá. ¿Qué puede cambiar de lo que vimos en junio a lo que veremos el sábado?
Yo creo que sí, ellos cambiaron, ahora juegan un poco diferente tácticamente, pero también tienen la mentalidad ganadora de ellos y ahora trajeron más intensidad a los playoffs. Pero en nuestro lado también yo creo que nosotros mejoramos un poquito afuera de casa, jugando afuera, entonces tenemos que traer la intensidad que venimos trayendo en los playoffs, y también la coraje y la gana que venimos mostrando un poquito más al final de temporada jugando afuera de casa.
Anything else in here? We have one on Zoom, I know that. Maggie, go ahead.
Have you been able to look back at tape from the last LAFC? Your passage rate was fantastic. It kind of seemed as though...
Recording in progress.
Ooh, I don't know what that was. Sorry about that. It kind of seemed as though answer to everything. Do you feel, looking back at that, you can kind of step back into those ways, or do you think that they are a completely different team than what you faced in June?
Hi, Maggie. Yeah, I think it's every game is different. I'm sure if I had that high of a passing rate on the last game, I'm sure I'm going to have more pressure on this game. So I think it's going to be difficult either way. And then we got to prepare for that. I got to prepare mentally and also understand if they're going to put a little bit more pressure in my line with Hector. We could find some more space behind. So I think it's I'm going to try to keep that touching on the ball and the quality in the passing rate, but understand that if that's something that hurts them, they're going to try to deny that, and we got to find different ways to hurt them.
Y'all's lone goal was actually off of a set piece, Franco header, but how much, was there any more emphasis on practicing those in the days in the match, this past match prior?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Y'all's lone goal was a set piece, something that y'all struggled like all season with. So was there any emphasis in continuing those in training versus, I know Ben said he wasn't going to put much emphasis on it and kind of let things happen as they are?
Yeah, of course. We talked a little bit about the playoff games. We know that's different kind of games, and the set pieces are a big part of it because the things are so difficult to score. The teams give so much more effort and sacrifice that it's harder to score, and we know the set pieces can make a big difference. So I think it's effort of everybody trying to touch the ball and try to find a little bit. So I think in the playoff it's even more important to take something off the set pieces.
Thank you. One more, Dustin, go ahead.
Hey, Artur.
Hi, Dustin.
Hey, Hector was named to the best 11 this week. Just as somebody that gets to see him play up close and personal every week, just how good has he been this season for you guys?
Oh yeah, he's been amazing. I think it was well deserved. He's been doing a great job for us and on both sides of the pitch. So I'm very happy for him and very happy to be playing alongside him. To me, it's been a great experience, and it's even better for the team, right? So I think it's great for him. He deserves it, and we're gonna try to keep pushing that for the end of the season and next season.
All right.
Thanks.
Anything else here? Good? All right, thanks, Artur.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you.
Muy obrigado.